So we finally got a rainy morning to go fishing in. It's been dry forever, so we were excited for some active fish. The crazy part, only two baits caught just about all of our fish. I landed 14 bass, my dad got 12, and he also caught the big one of the day. Let me show you how it all went down. I brought 4 rods and tied on this chatterbait, the Hag's Hurricane bladed jig with a 4.5-inch spunk shad, a swim bait, the 5-inch Megabass Mag Draft. I forgot that I even had this thing, so I gave it a go. This crankbait, a 13 fishing jabberjaw, and a Zoom Super Fluke. And my dad, well, he used what he always uses, the Rapala BX Minnow. The two baits that did all the work, my fluke and his crankbait. 11 of my 14 bass came on the fluke, and here's where the bass were positioned. Mostly close to the bank around lily pad patches, the smaller pads, and this was my go-to pattern. We caught some yellow perch in these areas, which made us stick around a little longer just because now is the time when bass are never far away from the forage, and it paid off. So when you're out there, just remember, if you see or catch any perch, bluegill, or crappie, start casting towards any cover in the immediate area. I rigged the fluke to make it dart in and out of the water when I worked it fast on the surface for some topwater action. And to do that, you need to thread the hook until it's past the head of the fluke like this. If you'd rather it stay subsurface, then have the hook exit in the middle of the head like this before doing the rest. When it's rigged to dart around on the surface, it will sink flat like this on the fall, while the other way it will nosedive. Either way is just as effective as the other. So anytime I saw a patch of pads near the bank, I fired it out in a pocket or on the edge. I twitched it really quick a few times on the surface, and then I would let it sink, and then twitch it a couple of times, let it sink again, then I would bring it back up to the surface and work it fast, let it sink, and rinse and repeat, and that's all I did to get those bass to bite. Meanwhile, while I was casting all of this stuff in this direction, my dad was doing work with his favorite crankbait, catching 12 bass, including the big one of the day, the only picture fish we got, and he's casting in this direction. This isn't just any open water though, it's a sloping bottom with some branches, pads, and grass patches strewn about. Basically a giant bowl of bait fish soup. Perfect for bass all year. And his big one came from this area in between some grass patches. He does a basic chuck and wind retrieve unless he knows he's throwing it near shallow grass. Then he will slow roll it just under the surface and it works well for him. So just a little recap, my dad caught 12 on this Rapala BX Minnow, including, why not show it again, this nice one here. And 11 of my 14 came from a Zoom Super Fluke in baitfish color. I rigged it on a 610 medium heavy Shimano X Pride paired with a Shimano SLX. I used braid to a mono-leader with a 4-aught extra wide gap hook. This rod, by the way, is an excellent rod for throwing a variety of baits. It says versatile right on it, and it's no lie. You can throw chatterbaits, spinnerbaits, jigs, heavier topwater like a Whopper Plopper 130. The tip section is more like a moderate fast, so the trebles don't get ripped out of the fish's mouth. If you enjoyed this type of video, a trip recap mixed in with a little bit of a pond breakdown, let me know with a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.